Well, what's going on, my beautiful people? I'm gonna drop this quick trade breakdown, breaking down why I took the S&P 500. The whole intention of this video is not for you guys to copy the strategy that I use, is to obviously take what best resonates with you. So without further ado, I'm gonna just share my screen and I'm gonna get essentially right into the video. So basically, let me put my face down here. So basically, when it comes to this specific setup on the 4 hour time frame, I'm gonna let this expand a little bit. Beautiful. So on the 4 hour time frame, you guys can see that overall we were on a consolidated bullish trend. Now, the way you guys want to always understand the market either goes up like this, or obviously it goes down like this, or it's consolidating. But you also want to remember this. We never have a market where we just do this, because if it did, everybody would be, multi-bajillionaires. What we have is ranging markets that do something like this. They do something, they're ranging, yes, but they could be ranging going up or they could be ranging going down. So by you looking at this overall price action, yes, we were creating highs, coming back down, overall going back up, but we were ranging, but ranging higher, which is the most important thing that I saw when it came to this area. Now, on top of that, we did have my London low right here. We did have my London high right here. So price was extremely close to breaking my London high in the basically morning. We started seeing price overall go higher. So whenever I'm looking at the chart, is I'm looking at, okay, are we going high? Are we going low? Or are we consolidating to a specific direction? So I obviously you guys can see clearly that on the 4 hour time frame right here, we are choppy, but we're starting to create that trend. We bounce off of this London low that could play essentially like a floor that we bounce off of, which it technically has. And anything below this could be a potential sell-off. We did have the nearest level of resting liquidity here. We had a massive wick right here that I would love to get. I would like for us to take out that liquidity if we were to go bearish. So the most important thing is that you don't want to be married to one specific area. Even if, it is going up, you don't want to be completely biased, because it could go up, break a bit, reject, have a bunch of selling pressure coming in, and then boom, we drop down. So you want to become a chameleon whenever you're looking at the charts. So you want to become someone that just, can make a move fairly quickly, so to speak. Now, we did have a break of market structure here. So if we were to break this down, we could see a repeat, sorry, of this move down here and maybe test these lows, and then break these higher lows here. But overall, sentiment was looking a little bit bullish. We had a sharp move down right at New York Open, on market open, sorry, on Sunday, and we were rejecting really strong. Gold and silver were following through as well, and cryptos were obviously reversing, doing the absolute opposite. So I wanted to see if we were going to take these highs here out and possibly target this break of market structure right at these higher highs at 6,950. And obviously, if we do break that, we could be reaching the all-time highs. But likely of that happening within one session is very, very, very essentially unlikely. Now, that is the 4 hour time frame. Now, again, overall sentiment of the market as well is also very important. You guys want to understand what is the pre-market article saying. So obviously, it was saying stocks future are a little changed. As traders assess political risk, await big earnings. So, what does this mean? Stock futures are a little changed, meaning that there's little change in the market. Now, if I look at that 4 hour time frame right here, let me make this bigger again. What were we overall on? Before we had this violent move down, overall price has been on a basically uptrend. So why would I try to go against the trend? Again, price, the article is saying that things are a little bit changed, but overall everything kind of remains the same, waiting for basically news to come out. So obviously, I have my bias already in that, even though yes, price is looking bullish, um, sorry, price is looking a little bearish pre-market open. Sunday open, my apologies, is looking a little bit bearish. I'm gonna still have my technicals and my fundamentals align and possibly look for a bullish reaction because again, overall market was looking bullish. Now, why did I take this setup? So this is the 3 minute time frame. So I had a call with one of my friends recently, like very recent, like a few minutes ago, and I told him that whenever price moves very violently, very quickly, at least for me with the S&P 500, you guys can do this with gold or whatever pair you trade. I like to move to the smaller time frame. So originally I trade on the 5 minute time frame, but when price is moving very violently quickly, very rapidly, I switch everything to the 3 minute because your opportunity to get into a position is very small. Like you need to be very quick and not be afraid to take your position because if you miss the move, that's the move itself. So what was the move? It was right basically here. So essentially we had a big break of this area, these London highs here, and prices just moving very quickly. Now I didn't want to be impulsive and just get in like stupidly because it could easily shoot up. It could be a massive liquidity grab and just come all the way down to the London lows. And because I was, impulsive and I was not understanding what was happening, I could have taken a loss. So what I did is I waited. And what I saw was that we had a high volume node right here. Basically, this right here is called the volume profile. And it kind of shows me where most of the volume is happening within the single day. So obviously, from the point of control to the value area high to the value area low is below the point of control, and the value area is high. So right here, over 70% of all the moves happen. This is where buyers and sellers deem price as fair value. So I use order flow. You guys don't have to use order flow, but I just use it because it helps me understand what is happening within the market. Now, price action wise, we had an engulfing candle both on the 5, 3, and 1 hour time frame, but we created a nice bullish imbalance or fair value gap right here, and price retested right at a low volume node where we had aggressive buyers coming in. Now, because of that, that could have been slowly the opportunity that you had to get this position and capture this move up. Because if you would have gotten in here at this pullback, you still would have gotten a good move, yes, but it wouldn't have been an explosive move like we had at 9:35 and 9:33, and of course 9:30 in the morning. Now, obviously, this move ended up hitting take profit. I closed my position a little bit before we got there, like 2 points, 2.5 points before, because of this reason. So now I want to focus on the delta footprint. So the delta footprint, we saw a positive delta of 16.61 million contracts executed for buyers. This tool, all it shows me is it shows me basically who is in control of this position. And are we accepting price or are we absorbing price? That's all I use order flow for because price action is showing me what happened after the initiation. The footprint chart shows me what is happening within the candle. And if we're accepting price, meaning we're going to go higher or go lower, or we're rejecting price, and it's going to be a bounce play and it's absorbing all the sellers and it's absorbing all the buyers and it's going to do a reversey. So obviously, every single footprint chart has basically these little lines right here. You can see a red line, a blue line, my apology. You can see a red line right here. That basically just shows us when we have aggressive orders hitting the ask or the bid, or basically the market, so to speak. Like it's like when aggressive buyers are coming in and when aggressive sellers are coming in. Now, one of the things that I look for specifically is do we have multiple imbalances? Meaning that in this specific block right here, there was 300% more buyers, more buying pressure than sellers here. And in this candle here, we had 300% more sellers than this block right here. So the way that the delta footprint chart works, it works diagonal. It doesn't work left to right. It works diagonal like this, and like this. So it works diagonal. So you guys can see that we had a positive delta. We had a single imbalance here, meaning aggressive buyers. We had aggressive buyers, and price shot up. Now price closed above this imbalance and this imbalance. Even though we had a selling aggressive seller trying to push price down, buyers were absorbing this position. Now, if we would had a situation where we would have closed below like somewhere here, I would have been very hesitant to get into buys. But because we had this, I decided to get into my position right here because we were absorbing all of the selling pressure. Now, right after that, we had a 6.21 million contracts executed favoring buyers. We had a single imbalance here. We had a stacked imbalance here, which is showing me we have aggressive buyers coming into play. We have a single imbalance here. Overall, buyers were in control in this specific candle. Again, sellers are trying to push price down, but buyers were just absorbing it. And whenever I'm trading, I'm looking at this and I'm looking how it's reacting with price, with the candles itself. Because again, all that the delta footprint chart shows me here is again if we're accepting price or we're gonna be absorbing price and doing a reversey, or we're gonna be accepting and keep going higher or keep going lower. So right after that, we had a negative delta here. Again, sellers were trying to push the price down. However, we had a single imbalance here. Price did close above it, which gave me the confidence that price was going to continue to go up. Then on this candle, we had 34.29 thousand orders executed favoring buyers. We had a stacked imbalance here, aggressive buyers. We had a single imbalance here. We had a stacked imbalance here with two blues candles again showing me that buyers are massively in control of this position. Again, sellers are trying to push price down, but buyers are absorbing it, and we close way above that sell order. Then from here, stacked imbalance, 1.02 million contracts executed favoring buyers, which gave us the big move up. Once we got to this level and we kind of created this rejection candle right here, this wick, I personally decided to close my positions just because I was already basically up. Like I think it was like 2 points or two or like 1.5 point more for me to hit take profit. There is no need for me to risk my position. But this is a beautiful position executed based on fundamental analysis. I targeted the nearest level of resting liquidity. I utilized the volume profile. I utilized the fair value gap, and I utilized the delta footprint to show me that buyers were absorbing all of the selling pressure and sellers were trying to push the price down, but it never happened. So again, I use order flow just for it to show me if we're accepting price or if we're absorbing price, to show me what's going on within this candle. Now, is this strategy bulletproof? Absolutely not. The whole point of you using order flow, guys, is not for you to disregard price action. It's to just to clarify and verify that price action is not manipulating us and is not lying, and we can kind of see what's happening because these orders are hitting the market live, so we're able to see what's happening in live time, if this is legit or if this is a fake out. So that's my breakdown, guys, how I caught I think it was like a 3 almost 4 hour multiple position on this trade. I risked about 6 points, gained a little under it was like a little under 18 points, almost could have been 20. But when you guys apply order flow with price action, it just makes it a lot simpler. I'm a huge advocate for um, applying order flow to your specific strategy, whatever you guys trade. Obviously, a lot of us here trade smart money concepts, targeting liquidity, breakouts, fair value gaps. Some of you guys trade ICT. Just adopt order flow. You guys can see that it will help you a lot. It's helped me a lot, and hopefully it helps you guys. Hopefully, you guys having a beautiful day, and let's win and keep God first because without Him, nothing is possible.